Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for already being in the comments. I see y'all are early this morning. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shout out to all the members. Thank y'all for being members on the channel. If y'all are new, y'all go ahead and subscribe or become a member or do both. So today, we're going to be talking about the subject that you see typed out before you. He can't afford you and has the nerve to get mad. If you can't afford a woman and you get upset and you get mad, you're only mad at yourself, not her. Okay? Remember this. If you cannot afford the woman and what she desires, what she wants, what she has standards for, go somewhere else that you can afford. Do not get upset. Don't get angry. It shows that you want her to bring her value down, her standards down for you. Okay? That means you feel like a woman or anyone in that matter should bring down their standards to your lower standards because you can't get where she needs you to be. And if you don't even want to try and you still want to date women that require more, this makes zero sense. This is the equivalent to having bad credit and not being able to afford the type of car you want and still going to these luxury car lots and not being able to afford the car that you want. It's the same thing. You can't get mad at the dealership. You can't get mad at the car company. You can't get mad at the salesperson. You can't get mad at anyone except for you because you can't afford it. And instead of blaming the woman or the car or the whatever you're trying to attain that you cannot afford, you need to blame yourself. Okay? If they let anybody with all terrible credit drive off the lots with luxury vehicles, the value of the vehicle will go down. Okay? That's why you need to go on ahead and get to the car lot that you can afford. And men don't get mad. They either level up and get money so that they can afford you, or they go get the type of woman that they can afford. But getting mad just shows that you're only mad at yourself. Okay? So that's the argument. So many men are like, man, these women want so much and they don't even look like they all that. Okay, well, I know I can name a few luxury vehicles that don't look like they're all that, but they cost more than you can afford. Okay? It's not about how they look, it's about the quality and what is necessary in order to afford that. When you buy a vehicle, you need to be able to afford the maintenance on it, the gas, etc., etc. If you can't, go elsewhere. Okay? There are flashy vehicles, luxury. There are understated luxury vehicles. And there are vehicles that look like everyday cars, but still out of your price range. So the work that goes into a woman from herself is how she values herself. And if you don't want some type of a person that can't maintain or afford you, then you don't accept it. Okay? And you don't feel guilty and you don't feel bad and you don't feel upset because someone is mad at you because they can't get their finances together. Y'all need to remember this. Some of y'all be getting confused and trying to reason with someone that does not have anything, not even in order to maintain you. Okay. A lot of you write me talking about, oh, I got into a relationship with somebody and they started off doing good, making the payments and all this kind of stuff. And now they want me to do this. Now they can't afford it because they can't afford the maintenance. Okay. You can't afford the maintenance on women that require more. So just like a house, it's just like a house. You buy a nice house, right? Then when stuff starts happening, if you can't afford to fix it, then what happens? You move into a nice neighborhood, you can't afford the HOA or the taxes, what happens? You know, don't try to date outside of your league, man, if you can't afford it. You need to think about this. A woman is more than the cost of her dinner. The woman is more than the cost of what it takes to get her out for the evening and a few birthday gifts or whatnot. A woman is an investment. Okay. And she's not getting ready to allow investors who don't have the money to back it up, who's going to cry over losing $2, who's going to cry over losing the cost of a meal. Okay. When you have it, you're not afraid to spend because you know you're going to get it right back. When you don't have it, it's when you hold and scared to do anything and take everything personally that has to do with finance. That's when you don't have it. A lot of you ladies ask me how to figure out who's really poor and who's got money by how they react when it comes to spending. If people are, quick and afraid to say no, they don't even value you anyway. You're not important to them because people that have money, they invest in what they see as long-term investments. They are able to allow you to know that you are valuable to them. Okay. Now, this doesn't mean buying some stupid purses or stuff like that. I'm talking about things that increase in value. Now, unless you're buying a purse that increases in value, I'm talking about things that increase in value, not like stupid stuff. I'm talking about big stuff. Okay. So stop settling for the okie doke and these men who are upset and have the nerve to ask dumb questions. Like, this is the difference between high class and low class. Low class men will ask you the dumbest questions to bring down your value so that they can take you off the lot for less than what you're worth. Okay, they're haggling prices, and you can't haggle prices onto luxury vehicle. Okay, you can't haggle prices on luxury vehicle. Then either you got it or you ain't. You got it or you don't. Which one? Okay. Am I from Saudi Arabia? Girl, how you knew? What gave it away? The black scent? The Southern Texas accent? I don't know what to tell you, ma'am. Sprinkle. The black scent, the accent, the Southern Texas accent. Thank you, person that wants to say my whole entire name. I appreciate you. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all don't let the background fool you. Once again, y'all don't have the whole picture. Never, y'all never have the whole picture. Remember that. I have to crop to get the background to fit. So y'all know. Y'all like the background today? Sprinkle. I do too. Anyway, actually, it's a fake background, but you know. Sprinkle. I'm taking a break to read some of these comments. All right, y'all. Yes. I mean, so yeah, men that can't afford you. Let's get back to what we're talking. So this is another reason why men try to ask questions or make you feel less, bring you down a few notches, because they want you to feel like, they want you to feel like your value is less when they know it's more. That's why they're even there trying. That's why they have to pull every trick out the bag in order to even get your attention, because you are more valuable than them. Even if their bank account says otherwise, if they're after you, if they like you, if they want you and they can't have you, then, that's when your value goes up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They have to prove themselves to you. They have to prove themselves. It's the same thing. It's the same process. You go in and try to buy a luxury vehicle or a home, you got to prove that you can afford it, right? And women are out here not allowing these men to prove that they can afford to even date her or marry her. Y'all, especially Pick Misha and Barbara the Builder and them. Yes, I'm talking to y'all. Y'all don't even check credit scores. Y'all don't even check to see if they can afford you long term. Y'all don't even check to see if they can afford themselves. Y'all just see, oh, he cute. Okay. But y'all don't check anything else. Y'all so worried about what he look like, what y'all baby's gonna look like, y'all what y'all unmarried baby's gonna look like, born out of wedlock baby's gonna look like. That's all y'all worried about. Y'all ain't worried about what he has, what type of property he owns, if he can afford the maintenance, if he can even afford a house or a car, or even you to take you out and continuously support you, pay some of your bills or all of your bills. Y'all don't even worry about that. Y'all worried about the wrong stuff. And men know this and they play on your ignorance. I'm going to call it ignorance because ignorance is something because you don't know something. Ignorance is because you don't know something. And now you know, so you can't be ignorant anymore because I told you. Okay. That's the difference. When you know better, it's no longer ignorant. It's a choice. So I told y'all, stop lowering your value. And let me tell y'all something. You know what happens when women lower their value for men? You become a lower value. So what I'm saying is, let's just take a car, for example. If Mercedes-Benz sold cars to everyone without checking their credit or their ability to make payments or their employment status, everyone would be at the dealership getting a car and everybody would have a Benz, right? The value of that company would literally sink overnight if everybody named Mama could drive it. Okay? So, therefore, you can't allow men in your life, you can't date them. If you want to keep yourself the prize, you got to keep your standards. Okay? Got to keep them standards to keep your value, ladies. Now, y'all know those type of women who people see that will settle for anyone, date anything. They don't put them on any scale. Those are just women that you discard. Let's just say that. Or so you need to know what makes you more valuable. It is your thought of who you are. It is your standards, and it is your ability to not allow men in your life who cannot afford you, who cannot afford to maintain you. This is how a lot of women are supposed to think. And y'all have been trained to think the opposite. Y'all have been trained to help a man be a man. You have been trained to make a man handicapped and not allow him to grow. You have been trained to coddle and take care of him, even though there's no loyalty there in the long run. So you have been trained to keep yourselves at poverty level. And this is exactly what it does. So there you go. And if a woman can do for herself and the requirement that she requires from a man, he won't even do, then what is he there for? When she can go to the sperm bank and create a baby, or she can date several guys if she wants to just go out for dinner. What is he there for if he cannot improve her life and do more and give her experiences that she cannot give to herself or that she shouldn't have to give to herself all the time? You know what I'm saying? So that's what y'all need to be thinking. A lot of you guys are coming straight from high school or college, straight from, learning, oh, build together and all this kind of stuff. Okay. When the last time you seen a woman on a construction site with a jackhammer? When the last time you seen a woman on a construction site pouring out concrete? Do you want to be her? Do you want to be Barbara the builder? Okay. No, you don't. And if any man will put you out there to work with him, he ain't no man. Or he thinks you won. Either way. You're supposed to politely decline. No, thank you. I'm looking for someone who's already established. That is a nice way to turn down a man who's asking you to build. Oh, you know what? That is so sweet of you to consider me, but I'm kind of looking for someone already established because I'm already established. Or I'm kind of looking for someone that's already established and doesn't really need my help. Say it in a dumb way if you need to. Okay, well, I'm sorry this didn't work out, but good luck. I'm sure your perfect woman is out there somewhere. Okay, but dismiss and don't feel guilty for not being in someone's, league. You out of their league, you out of their league, period. And that doesn't mean just looks, it means everything. Okay. A lot of y'all ask me why these billionaires and millionaires are married to quote unquote average looking women. It's because maybe their family comes from money, or maybe their standards are high, or maybe they want an educated man, or maybe they don't fall for the okey doke and maybe they have properties and they own stuff that needs someone who has more than them. I mean, they may not look like they're all that, but they may think like they're all that. They may value themselves and not going to just marry some random. Okay. They got options, You don't know. So that's what I'm saying. And men that have the nerve to be upset are only upset at themselves for their financial issue. Financial issues. That's it. Don't even worry about it. Okay. You said the average woman is not attracting attention, and that's the average woman doesn't need to attract attention. When she wants to get someone, she know how to get them. The average women know how to get unaverage. You know that? An average woman can put on all the makeup and wigs and dresses that the woman next to her has on. She knows how to get attention when she wants it. Okay. So the reason why a lot of average women don't seek attention is because the same reason why some luxury car vehicles and companies don't advertise like fast food chains. Okay. Sometimes it's a quiet, unspoken thing. And the difference between an average woman and a really beautiful woman is the time she takes to put on her hair, makeup, and outfit choice. Believe me. You're 29. What age range do you recommend you date where most men won't date younger than you? Okay. This type of question depends on what you are looking for. You looking for marriage? What are you looking for? Because you're 29. What are you looking for? Dates or marriage? You think about this. What age of men are ready to marry versus what age of men are not ready to marry? And then you go from there. What age of men can afford houses, cars, vacations? And what age of men cannot afford those things? That's what you're going to go by. Okay. And what age of men are going to give them to you? That's it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Men say they hate makeup and wigs, that they want natural. Okay, what they're really trying to say, let me tell y'all what they're really trying to say. Let me tell you what they want to say. This is what they want. They want you to be able to grow your own hair to look like a wig. They want your skin and your eyes and your eyebrows to look like you don't need makeup. That is what they're saying. What they're trying to say in a nice way is, if you are ugly when you wake up in the morning, that's not what I want. Because when I procreate with you, I want my children to reflect their mother and father. So that's what they're really trying to say. Because think about this. Before makeup and wigs was like huge, men didn't say stupid stuff like that. They didn't say dumb stuff like that. So they're lying to you. When they say natural, they don't mean natural. They mean naturally looking like you are looking when you're putting on the wigs and the makeup. That's what they mean. They're not going to explain it like that. This is what they mean. I want you to have long hair already. They mean I want your skin to look flawless already. That they mean I want your eyebrows to look like this already. That means I need your face contoured and structured already. I don't need you to do all that extra. I need you to look like what you want to look like. If you don't look like what you're trying to look like with all the other stuff, that means you are not natural. They don't mean I want you in your natural state. That means I want a woman that you're trying to look like. That's what they're trying to tell you. And y'all are hearing the opposite. Because ask some of these broke men in here what they want a natural woman really means, and they're going to tell you. Okay? They don't mean what you think it means. Now, if you are naturally just a supermodel when you first wake up in the morning, great. Do you think he can afford you? Do you think the men said that they want a natural woman can't even afford a woman like that? No, they can't. So, unrealistic. Because if I were to, like, back in the old days, I'm gonna tell y'all. Hold on, let me read this. How can you get your man to buy you some? Okay, nothing's wrong. Current car you want to upgrade, he paid. Then make something wrong with the current car, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make something wrong with it. Tell him you want a different car. I don't know. Just start talking about new cars. Okay, there you go. Sugar daddy took you to birthday dinner. Okay, he gave you a gift. All right, all right. You think our future baby will look like what this? He asked that. So he could sleep with you faster, ma'am. Here would be my answer. She looks like she's gonna have a married father and mother and a trust fund. That's what she looked like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. On paper, that's what she looked like. On paper, she looked like she's married. I mean, on paper, it looks like she's from a married couple with a trust fund. That's what she gonna look like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Exactly. Because any other looks, I'm sorry. That's what I would say. She looks like she was born in wedlock as well as has a trust fund. That's what y'all's future baby's going to look like. All right. Why does he ask early in dating? Because he wants to have early sex, ma'am. I mean, y'all don't know how men's minds work. Come on, tell me y'all mama taught y'all about sex or something. You learned it in school? Yes. All right. That's what that means, okay? It doesn't mean he values you as a wife. It means he values how did you make a baby in the first place? It ain't through marriage. When you put the ring on the finger, a baby don't all of a sudden start growing. You got to do something. All right. All right. You attract wealthy and successful men, but they will say they don't want to provide, they or want 50-50. Now, what am I doing wrong? Nothing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're not attracting men who value you more. They may be wealthy, but they don't value you. You get it? So, you're not doing anything wrong except maybe attracting the men who don't value you the way you value yourself. Yeah. Leroy say go for valuable men, not no, go for generous men, not wealthy men. All right. All right. So when I talk about choosing the right target, I mean choosing the men that wants to pay all your bills, not half of them. There's a difference. And that means one may not look as good as the other one. One may not be as attractive as the other one. One may be a little bit older than the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Because think about this. If you're dating an older man and he's like way older than you, doesn't he look stupid asking you to pay for something when he's way older than you? So most of the time, they're not going to ask you to pay for anything, not even go 50-50 if they're way, way older than you, unless you want to. But if you say, you know what, you got to do all of it, you got to pay all the bills, they're going to pay all the bills. All right. How do you not come off as entitled? You are entitled, ma'am. I'm entitled. All women are entitled because they create their own standards. If you don't create your own standards, then whatever someone thinks you're supposed to be, then you're going to follow that. Okay. So entitled to what? Entitled to the life you want, entitled to the type of man you want, entitled to the type of man that can afford you. Okay. Entitled to what? Why is a luxury car entitled to a person that can afford to pay for it? Okay. Why do car dealerships feel entitled to run your credit? I don't know. But they still do it to make sure you can afford the lifestyle, the car, to pay the car note on time. They sure feel very entitled. So why shouldn't you? Do you have less standards for your own life and well-being than a car dealerships have for a car? Who taught you to value yourself less than a car dealerships value a car? Think about this, because this is logic right here. And y'all are going off of emotion and guilt trips. Okay? It's like, excuse me, sir. I am entitled to whatever I feel that I am entitled to. Are you worthy? If not, there goes the door. Step. Well, you ain't all that anyway. Well, then go to where there's all that you can afford. Because it ain't over here, ma'am. Sir, excuse me, I forgot I misgendered you because you're acting like. All right. And see, these guys, they don't think past 1, 2, and 3. They think, oh, why are you so entitled? Why do you deserve this? What do you bring to the table? Excuse me, sir, you came up to me. I you came up to me. You inquired and I gave you the requirements. Don't be mad at me if you can't meet it. Bye. Well, your requirements are too much. Well, then go somewhere else. Okay, this is Texas. We have the right to refuse service. Sprinkle, sprinkle. To anybody. So don't ever let society or men who can't afford you make you feel less valuable in any way. You put the value on yourself. They don't. How to text him back after the first meeting, be flirty? Yeah, wait until he texts you, ma'am, sparkle, sparkle. Okay. All right. So I'm also teaching you guys to think higher class versus lower class. Okay. Now think about this. Higher class children are sent to school to learn different things than most kids learn in regular school. Okay. They're taught to learn how to deal with people, how to make themselves feel valuable, seem valuable, da 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 da. How to they're taught how to navigate in a crowded room with people and maintain their emotions and all this kind of stuff, right? But then on the other hand, you have people fighting in school over boys. Most fights in schools, especially high schools, are women or girls fighting over some dude. Now, how picnic can you get? So, ladies, men are supposed to be fighting over you. Okay? Men are supposed to be fighting over you, not the other way around. If you have to fight over a man, he ain't yours. And you most likely paying for him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Now, I'm going to read some of these comments here. Thank you for so much of your valuable teaching. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate you. Thanks for the donation. Now, what's this I'm reading about? Some cheesecake? What happened? Cheesecake Factory opinion. What? Should you go on a date to Cheesecake Factory? In high school? That's a nice place for high school, ma'am. Maybe college. You in high school? you in college? You ain't graduated yet? You ain't got no job. Do you own a company? You still clocking in? Is your salary under $10 an hour? Well, go ahead. Have fun at the Cheesecake Factory, man. Now, here's my thing. Okay. Unless you are trying to get more out of it, like the Cheesecake Factory, is it in the mall? Because I'm going to the Cheesecake Factory. If it's in the mall, then we can go shopping afterwards so I can add on to the tab. Okay, I'll eat some cheesecake if I can get some shopping bags with it. Sprinkle, sprinkle, because I told y'all, that's what I did. Oh, God, it's sprinkle, sprinkle. On my first date with James, our official first date, not our real first date, but our official first date, where we actually planned it, I made sure we was at the Cheesecake Factory in the Galleria. I made sure. First of all, it does have valet parking if you go to the Galleria in Houston. And there is luxury shops in there. There are, plenty of shops that aren't luxury, if he ain't got it like that. And this is how you test if he's generous or not. Oh, I'm full. Let's go walk around. Let's walk this food that we just ate. Let's walk it off. Then you go walk around the mall. You looking good. He's seeing how people are, checking you out and saying, oh, yeah, that's a nice couple. Then you go walk into a store and you're looking at things and he's trying to impress you. So he takes you shopping. He buys you something. Okay. So that's the only way I'm going Cheesecake Factory if it's in the mall. Otherwise, if we ain't going shopping afterwards, I'm not eating there for no date. I can go eat there for lunch by myself with my friends, with my kids, or whoever. Okay. That's only to get them to the mall. Right? That's a decoy. You go on a date for cheesecake, that's a decoy to get to the mall. Now, if you're not trying to spend no money at the mall and it's just dinner and the mall parts are closed and the shops are closed, then opt for somewhere nicer if you can. Okay. If you ain't coming out with no shopping bags, don't go into the Cheesecake Factory. Shout out to Cheesecake Factory. They got vegan options. You say walk to the jewelry store. I know that for a yes. Okay. How do you ask for what? You don't ask. You just walk around and like, oh, this is cute. Well, let's go walk in the mall to burn off this food we just ate. You don't ask. You just tell them. It's your world. You the main character. This is your movie. Y'all asking to be the main character. Y'all asking who is the main character. You know, you got to have that main character energy. You don't ask. You just suggest, or this is what you want to do. This is your movie. That's how you have to act in life. You see, most people don't have main character energy, and they like or they are attracted to people that are. So if you meet a man who doesn't have main character energy, then you need to have main character energy because they want to be a part of your world so they can be co-star. You get it? So this is why you must have that main character energy. You went on a date with an older guy. He kept talking about what he used to do, also asking how much I pay in rent and if I live alone. Thoughts? Girl, he trying to get you to ask him to pay your bills and move in. He's trying to find shelter for the winter. Or he's trying to see if he can pay your bills and be your sugar daddy. Either one. He's trying to see if he can afford you. Therefore, you need to double whatever your rent cost is and lie. Okay, your rent is this, double it. You live alone. Sometimes my family visits. That means at any time they can visit, which means you ain't gonna be living there, or he's not gonna be living there. So let that be known. Oh, my rent is double this, and my family comes to stay with me off and on sometimes. Okay, that's all you gotta say. Then he'll be like, okay, I can't move in, and I'm gonna have to pay this rent if I want to even think about getting some. And if it's double, then you can pay your rent up for 2 months, or you can pay your rent and your bills, or you can pay your rent and save the money. But either way, you gotta always gotta always get more. Always get more. Because they'll be like, well, I can help you with it, or I could pay half. No, I'm gonna need the whole thing. And if you double it and they only want to pay half, then you're already getting the whole thing. So always double whatever it is that they're asking, or put some extra on it. Okay. All right. So do not allow men to take the value away from you. In fact, when they start to try, you add more upon it. Okay. That way they know you ain't playing. And they're going to stop right there in their tracks and shut up before it gets worse if they really like you. Okay. Men will try to downplay your looks until they see you looking real good. Okay. Until they see you out with another man looking good. Until they go out there and can't get nothing but Pick Meesh and Barbara the Builder in them. Okay. So never give in. Always let them either see their mistake or go until you find someone that has what you need. Okay. But don't don't throw away how valuable you are because a man says you should. And that value has nothing to do with sleeping with them. Let's get that out of the way, because a lot of y'all women think that your value is only to sleep with a man. That's not your value. Anybody can sleep with anybody. Your value is, that's like you go to a dealership. A man can test drive a car all he wants. But can he leave the lot with it? Can he claim it? Can he drive it more than one day, more than 1 hour? You know what I'm saying? Can he claim that? No, that's not where the value is. Because if that were true, car lots would not allow you to test drive no cars. Now would it? So that's another way that men try to devalue you, by asking you how many men you slept with, what's your body count. It doesn't have anything to do with it. How many people have test driven a car before you bought it? How many people are buying used cars? They don't care. It doesn't take the value down that much. I mean, you're still going to pay the same price for a luxury vehicle if 5 people done test drove it or one person done test drove it. Okay, y'all need to start thinking, because y'all are literally falling for the okie doke with these dusties, answering dumb questions to try to disarm you so they can get a luxury vehicle at the price of what they can actually afford. Okay, so now men will complain about this because they are used to pick me them. Okay, so if you are not pick me them, if you are not Barbara of the Builder in them, then you should never get offended, upset, or mad. You're the luxury car dealership. You say, I'm sorry, sir, come back when you have it. That's us. Okay, that's us. Pick me them, like, come on, make a deal. We'll help you. We'll free financing, free first month free. You know, because their cars are lemons, or they're desperate to get business, or they're desperate to get these cars off the lot that's probably been flooded. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. They're not giving away luxury vehicles. They're trying to sell something just to sell it. They're trying to build up their, you know, client base or whatever it is. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. No. They're literally that used car dealership that's trying to move everything off the lot and making deals left and right. And that is just the metaphor for they are desperate. Okay. When you don't need them, when you don't need customers that much, when you can be picky, when you can run them credit checks, when you can say, okay, well, you can't afford this, come back when you can, that means you don't need them. And they have to really want you in order to go do what it's necessary, what it takes to come back and to get the type of woman or the type of car that they really want. That's it. If you can't afford it, move along. And what some men will try to do is find a pygmy or a Barbara the Builder that has the car that they like and then drive it, or has the type of friend that they are attracted to and try to get her to like him through dating her friend. You never know. Your friend gave it up too quick and expects a relationship. However, the boy is still talking to other girls. What should I tell her? Tell her, move along. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And it doesn't matter. You know, he can't, if he doesn't want her, then he don't want her. All she got to do is raise her standards and find somebody that wants her more. That's it. The formula is that easy. All right. The formula is find someone who wants her more. That's what you should tell her. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you charge a guy if he asks for pictures of you? No. You don't charge a man who's asking for pictures. If they don't see your pictures on your social media and that's not enough for them, then they deserve nothing more. You know? If your pictures that are posted where he can see them and everybody else can see them, that you put out there for everyone, like on your social media, if that's not enough for him, then say, oh, I'm so sorry. If you want to see me again, you're going to need to take me out on a date in person. Otherwise, y'all go look at the pictures on Instagram or whatever. Okay? I'm not getting ready to send you a bunch of random pictures unless it's of the stuff that I want you to buy me. Okay? That's the only pictures you getting. Screenshots and what the store is and how much it costs, or you're gonna get the link to the product that you can send to me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said some women just aren't ready for this. I know, they're young and dumb. A lot of y'all are young and dumb. If y'all are over 25, y'all should be ready. If y'all are under 25, y'all are probably still in the learning process, and that's okay because everybody got to learn. But learn your value first. That way you don't have to learn as many lessons. Okay? This is your value. Let me tell you what your value is. Whatever you make it, you put the price on it. You put the value on yourself. You give yourself standards. Nobody else. No one else. That's it. Just like if you are a business, let's say you're a business, you're going to sell a product, right? You're going to sell, let's say, some lip gloss. I put the price on this. I put the price on this. You get it? Not the customer, not the person who want it, but me. If you want it, come with the money. Levelupcosmetics.us. It's in the description bar. Sprinkle. Shameless plug. So that's it. You put the value on yourself. Some person are like, ooh, this lip gloss ain't all that, and I can go get better lip gloss. Then go get it, man. Ain't nobody stopping you. But you want this one, it is, the price is what the price is. Same thing. Okay. So that's how you need to value yourself. Young women, that's how you need to value yourself before you start making decisions on the type of men who you're going to date. Now, men will come along, just like customers will come along and say, well, can I get a discount? Or why is your product so expensive? And that's ridiculous. Okay, well, there goes this Dollar Tree over there. Have fun. Shout out to the Dollar Tree. Still shop there. Love y'all. What I'm saying is everybody has options. And if they can't afford you, they still have options, just like you have options for men that actually like you enough to meet your standards. Sprinkle. Now, is it going to be harder for men? Yes, it's going to be harder. Either meet standards or know what standards that most women are going to have for you and make sure that you're able to meet them by making sure that you are financially stable or able to do certain things or maintain or, not need a woman to go 50-50. If that's the type of woman that you want, the kind that don't want to go 50-50, be able to do that. Don't think in your mind that you're going to be able to sway her or change her mind because you're cute or you're special or, you're good in the bed. That's not going to change nobody's mind who has their mind made up already and knows their own value. That's not going to change anything. That's just going to waste your time and her time, and you're going to leave looking stupid and still have probably spent something. So that's why I'm telling y'all, don't allow women, especially, this is for the guys, don't allow women to let you even start dating them if you know that you can't maintain them. Gracefully bow out and go find Pygmisha, and them are the ones you can't afford, because you're going to be wasting your money because it's not going to lead anywhere. All right. And so this is a lot of men have problems with their money not leading anywhere because they're dating out of their league. Your money is not supposed to lead anywhere if you can't maintain it. You know what I'm saying? You're literally just renting a car. You at Enterprise. Okay? You literally just trying to be seen out in public with a certain type of car. You can't afford the payments. You can't afford the insurance. You can't afford the maintenance bill. You can't afford nothing. So instead of wasting your time, energy, and money, dismiss yourself and stop getting mad. Because there's no use to get mad unless you're mad at yourself because you can't afford it. Best thing for you to do is go figure out how you can afford it. You got a date with a sugar daddy and he want to give you some money. but he just took you shopping last week. Should you, girl, last week is last week, ma'am. Do you, when you go to work and they paid you last week, do you ask for another check the next week? You think you're supposed to work for free every week? How do you value yourself as an employee? Oh, I got paid last week. Should I ask for another check? You got paid in the past? Do you need some money in the future, ma'am? Okay. What type of woman do you want to be? The type of woman that thinks about how she got paid last week or took shopping last week and shouldn't ask for nothing this week? Or do you want to be the woman that gets something every week? That's your choice, ma'am. You put the value on yourself. Okay. And do you really want a man who can't afford to treat you every week with something? How do you feel about cigarettes? Um, Girl, cigarettes? This is not the 90s. Who's still smoking cigarettes? Girl, that went out in the 90s, girl. That went out. Early 2090s, it went out. All right. You know, you don't really see too many people smoking cigarettes anymore, unless like there are those old ladies in their like work vest on behind the building smoking. That's the only people I see smoking anymore. Them old ladies with their work vest on hiding behind buildings. That's the only people I've seen work smoking. All right. If you are young and you want to try something, you know, just to say you've experienced it, then that's different. But if it's a habit, what is it for? You know, what are you smoking for? To look cool, to look older? Is it for spiritual purposes? Like, do your parents smoke? Are you picking up their cigarettes? What? All right. Crystal says she smokes cigarettes and she don't give a F what anyone thinks. Your point. Nothing. Smoke on, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. You know, your body, your choice. Everybody got their own free will. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you never smoked, you wouldn't understand. Okay, you're right. I feel like people can do whatever they want. Literally. You can do whatever you want. It is your choice. Nobody care what you're doing. Nobody care that you puffing and blowing. Nobody cares. Unless they don't like smokers. That's the only reason they would care. Or unless they cared about your health. That's the only two reasons someone would care if you smoke. Unless you're trying to smoke in their house. If you're trying to smoke in their house, they probably care. If your clothes stink, they probably care. If they care about your health, they probably care. And also, if they want to kiss you and they don't like the way cigarettes taste, they probably care. So besides those four reasons, I don't think you should care either. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. But it is your choice. Okay. It Somebody said make you look trashy. It depends on what decade it is though, or if the men you like smoke. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if your man smoking, he paying bills, he don't care if you smoke. So, like I said, it depends on your situation. Who cares? As long if it works for you, it works for you. Yeah. If it don't work for you, then change something. If it's not affecting your money, your man, or what, then who cares? This is free will. Okay. Oh, it's Friday the 13th. Yeah, I forgot. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. I don't really see smokers anymore. Like where I live, barely anyone smokes. It's weird. Like I said, the only people that I've seen smoking are old ladies in work vests outside of the building in the back puffing away. I have not seen anybody with a real cigarette and or barely even vaping where I live. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just sheltered. um, and sadly, since it's not the early 2000s or the 90s anymore, it also makes you look old because people that are still addicted to cigarettes was probably addicted to it during the 90s and the early 2000s and they just never broke the habit, or they started it because you know they wanted to experience it, but it does give a level of lower class, just saying. Okay. And a lot of times people won't hire you if you smoke, like if you're looking for a job, because they know you're going to have to go take smoke breaks and come back in smelling like smoke. So that's why a lot of times they ask you that on your application or in person during the interview. Because they want to see how many smoke breaks you're gonna need if you're addicted to cigarettes and all this kind of stuff. It's weird. Okay. Your domestic partner, since we are not married, he used to be rich. Now it's been a year and he's living on his savings. Should I leave, girl? Your domestic partner, it's been a year now. He's living on his savings. How old is he? Is he about to die? Is he still young? Is his savings increasing? Does he have any investments? Does he have other streams of income? It seems like that's common sense. If the money starts running out, what you're supposed to do. Okay, you gonna wait till there's none left? What you gonna do? Is there anything else coming in? Did he got some type of monthly check coming in from somewhere? If not, then I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just do the math. Okay. What if he's rich but he beat you? Know how to beat him back, man. Sparkle, sparkle. get you get you some weapons too. Beat him up too, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But you go take you some self-defense classes and see what happened after that, man. All right. Usually men try to fight defenseless people that can't fight back. So if you learn how to fight back, do you really think he's going to fight you? Call the popo, do whatever you got to do, man. Yes. But if you learn how to defend yourself and fight back, they won't try to fight you no more. I'm telling you because like y'all remember that movie Enough with J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez? Who's, she said no more. She went to training, beat his butt, I think she killed him. But anyway, learn how to fight, ma'am. Okay. You said she was whooping his arm. Yeah, girl, go take some kickboxing or something, ma'am. They got YouTube videos that teach you how to fight. Go ahead. Just for your entertainment alone. You know, next time he try to do something, just remember the look on his face when you get him even worse. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get it, girl. Get it. Do you think plus size women can attract high value men? If the high value men don't care, and here's the thing, a lot of y'all always ask me that, and I don't believe in something called high value men. Either you got money or you don't. Okay? Either you generous and spending or you ain't. So, can a man be generous and spend money on a plus size woman? Of course. Like most guys. Okay, let me tell y'all something. It depends on what type of man you're going for. What type of man? Are you going for the type of man that wants a skinny supermodel, or are you going for the type of man that wants a woman that is younger, going to give him the time of day and the attention that he wants? Because if you got a little something extra, they don't care. You young. You got energy. You know, you ain't got no wrinkles. You still vital. You're willing to be seen out in public with them? What? You think he cares if you a size 12 or a size 8 or a size 2? As long as you look good in what you're looking like and look better than what he would have had on his arm with somebody his own age, then you good. He's spending. Okay. All right. Is it okay to go to a party while you're married to your provider girl? Is it okay to go to the bathroom by yourself when you married? Is it okay to leave your house and go to a public place without your man? Is it okay to go to anywhere? Ask yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Some advice for girls who about to turn 18, girl. Um, make sure you got some money. Don't date nothing broke. Don't get pregnant. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. All right. You said they don't ask you that on the application. Now, girl, it's been a long time since I filled out one, so maybe they don't ask no more, ma'am. I don't work. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You might be right though, because like I haven't filled out an application since the 90s. All right. I used to ask that back in the day when smoking was like the thing. Do you have any other ways of making money besides sucking what? The same way your mama made money? Sparkle, sparkle. Ask her. She found another way. Anyway, girl, you see these dudes broke minded, broke mind. Let me tell y'all something, men. If y'all could get paid for doing that, y'all would. Let me repeat that. If men could get paid for that, some men do. Some men do. But if y'all could get paid for doing that, I'm sure you would. Okay. Don't nobody want you on them. But if you want to keep your straight card, you know, you want to keep your straight card. That's the only reason you ain't doing it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How don't you feel? What? Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to give a man an ultimatum about marriage. He say he loved me, but he don't want to marry me. I blocked him after 4 years of relationship. Good. Girl, he probably already married. Or make sure he get divorced. Some men have what I call the ghetto divorce. It's when they get married and can't afford the divorce, so they're just estranged from their spouse. So what you have to do is make sure he's not already married. And if he's not already married, then and he doesn't want to marry you, then were you already cooking and cleaning and doing laundry, man? Because he was already married to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If he had all the perks of marriage, why do he need marriage? So I don't know if he's still there or y'all still together, but stop doing domestic work. Okay. Then I bet you'll get a ring. Oh, sparkle, 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 sparkle. Thanks for the super sticker. How to apologize when wrong to man without being too nice. Never apologize. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Never apologize. Let me tell y'all why. The only reason you should ever apologize is to get something that you want. Because men already know women are, and we do stuff for no reason or reasons they don't understand. So in order to keep that advantage, we don't need to apologize unless there's something that we need or want. Okay. Okay. That is why we also need to realize just because it's right don't mean it's correct. Sugar daddy pays your bills but don't do gifts. Isn't romantic. How do you change that? Date another one at the same time. Spring, spring, romance yourself. You know what I mean? Like some people aren't romantic. Some people aren't going to do that for you. They just going to pay bills. That's why there's other people in the world. And that's why you have the ability to take his money and romance and spoil yourself. But whatever you need to do, that's what you do. Okay. Not every sugar daddy is the total package. Okay. You're trying to make this man is paying bills. Let him pay bills. If you want romance, go find someone who's romantic. Go find somebody with some money that's romantic. Or romance yourself with his money. Okay. Take yourself to a nice restaurant. Take you a nice luxurious bubble bath. Go buy you all the luxury products you need with his money. Take yourself out for a day of shopping with, okay. Romance yourself with his money. Okay. Otherwise, who cares? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. So, like, don't expect a ring after you already cooked, clean, washed dirty drawers. Don't think the ring is coming anytime soon. Okay. You say your domestic skills for an agency that's going to hire you and probably give you more money than he is. Okay. Okay. Somebody got to tell y'all. Somebody got to tell you. You said as long as his wallet romantic. Okay. What to wear as a young person going on a first date with provider? Well, it depends on your age difference. Okay. If your age difference is huge, then you need to dress more appropriately for someone closer to his age. So you don't look like an escort or that you're paid for. You need to dress more on the conservative side. Okay. Thoughts on marrying young? You're 23, he's 25. Girl, run. He want to marry, he pays bills, and I cook and clean, and all our money is my money. All my money is my money, and his is ours. Okay. First of all, are you in the type of house that you want? Is he going to be able to afford the type of lifestyle that you want in 5 years from now? So at 30, where do you see yourself living? Is he going to be able to afford it? Is he going to be able to give that to you? You know what I mean? Will he continue? Does he want to marry you? I'm not cooking and cleaning for nobody before any type of, I'm not even doing that after marriage. That's just every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? So if you really love him and he's young and you're cooking and cleaning, and I don't know if you're working, but if I'm getting married, I'm no longer working unless it's my own business or I choose to. I'm having options. If you don't have the option not to work, then don't get married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because what happens when you have a baby or when you get pregnant? Are you gonna be working 9 months pregnant? Is he gonna be able to afford everything plus the extra cost of a baby? You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, he's a little bit too young for the responsibility of marriage and possible children and possible one stream of income. He's probably not prepared for that unless he has savings and a second stream of income. So I would not get married to someone that young unless they have more than one stream of income, substantial savings, something to fall back on if the first thing don't work out. Right? If he ain't got that, I'm not ready for marriage. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Marriage is a financial decision. It doesn't have anything to do with love. Okay? Marriage is a financial decision because you could live with that man, love that man, and do all the things you're doing already without a marriage license. Marriage license is a contract. It is a financial contract. So why are you in a rush to sign a financial contract with somebody who can't increase the value of your life in 5 to 10 years from now? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Sugar daddy 36, you 26, he pay bills. All the bills. Okay. Should you marry? Nope. He spoil you, went home house shopping and leaving on. Okay. House shopping is not the same as house buying. Okay. That's number one. Number two is I'm not leaving my child. Okay. I hope when you say when he takes care of your child, I hope you mean that he pays for the expenses and not literally you're leaving your child with a man. Okay. That's number two. He's 36 and you're 26. Are y'all living in the dream house or is he able to afford the dream house that you want? That's okay. That's another thing. Do you work? Do you, because remember what I just said, marriage is a financial contract. It has nothing to do with love because you can continue that relationship without the marriage license and it still be lucrative. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you. A potential target wants sex. Okay. You said no unless it's a relationship with a man who pays me your bills. He asked for exact numbers. I sent them. He been distant. Girl, he can't afford it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Nobody's wasting their time anymore. Congratulations. You have dodged a bullet. So that means he can't afford you. Good job. At least you gave him your standards and he'll let you know. Either he's gathering the funds or he can't afford you. Is he gathering the funds? Is that why he been distant? Or he can't afford you? He got to go start over elsewhere to run the okie doke on other women. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So just because a man talks about marriage doesn't mean he can afford it. Y'all have to remember this, because think about this. Talking about marriage gets your hopes up to think you're special. I'm special when all my bills paid. I'm special when I ain't got to work no more. I am special when I have options. I am special when I can go spend money without checking no bank account. That's when I'm special. Just because you mentioned the word marriage don't mean I'm special. So y'all need to start thinking like that. I'm special when you signing uh uh papers and buying me a car and a house. I'm special. I'm not special because you mentioned the word marriage in my presence. He said if he's gathering the funds, should you stay? Just maybe you could just say something like, you know what? Um, just give him time, girl. Give him a little time. If he can't gather the funds, then move on, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Give him one more week. If it take him longer than a week to gather them funds, he ain't got it like that, man. He at the bank wheeling and dealing. He ain't got it. He working on a loan or he transferring some money. Where's the money? Okay. 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 Anyways, thanks for the donation now. So men, stop getting mad at these women. Just go elsewhere where you can afford. All right. And ladies, stop devaluing yourself with the opinions of a man. That's like going somewhere and saying, how much am I worth? How much am I worth? How much am I worth? Rate me, rate me. Okay, what type of woman does that? Now, what I'm saying is, if you want to know the opinion of a Dusty, that's fine. But that does not mean that his opinion matters. Sparkle, sparkle. Sasha silly. Ooh, sprinkle, sprinkle, Miss Erica. She sent the cash donation. Thank you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let me put that up there for y'all who want to appreciate a little extra. Oh, Renee, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. All right. Why does your boyfriend tell you not to call him when he goes out more than once? He's 24. Because he's 24, man. He just told you why. Because he's 24. All right. If you don't know what that means, I'm sorry. 24-year-old boy telling his girlfriend not to call him more than once when he's out is saying exactly what it sounds like. Don't interrupt my flow. Don't interrupt me doing what I'm doing at 24 years old. Okay, that's what it means. Oh, Sierra, sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate you, girl. She sent me donations. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Best way to test if he can afford you before next date. You really can't. You just need to get there and make sure that he's giving you what you require. So you could do the mall test. Suggest a restaurant in the mall, near the mall, to where you can go walk around and see if he's generous or not. Or if you want more than that, you can start coming up with issues that need financial help, like, that doesn't make you seem irresponsible, and see if he steps in to try to help you financially. you know but make sure it's something that you couldn't avoid, or that maybe you overextended yourself, like with a family member helping someone else, and see if he'll help, with your, financial need. If not, then he's not. He's not going to do it. And most guys don't like a girl or care enough about a girl to put themselves out there like that. So if your target isn't correct, it's going to be hard. Because think about this. You got a young guy you're dating. He might have a little something, right? Do you think he's going to reach in his bank account and pull out rent money for you if he can go get another one just like you? Or if you're dating an older guy and you're young and pretty and vital, it's harder for him to go out and get another one of you. So he's going to go reach in that account and give you some money, right? So depending on your target also depends on how fast and quickly you're going to get what you need and how much they value you. Otherwise, it's going to be long. It's going to be harder to get. You may not even get anything at all if you're dealing with guys your own age. Said after a 7-year relationship, how do you jump into dating? The same way you jumped into the relationship, sparkle. By dating. Okay. Thank you, Taylor Renee Sparkle. It's the same way. The same way you got in a relationship, the same way you get into another one. Leave your relationship mentality behind and turn on your dating mentality. Well, that means the man is there to try to woo you. He's courting you. He's trying to show you his value in order to be worthy enough to be in a relationship with you. So turn that on. Turn that thinking on. Turn off. You're trying to keep a man or please a man or compromise. Turn that off. Turn on this. Impress me. Spend money on me. Show me you worthy. Okay? That's how you start, ma'am. Okay. You said your grandma was leveled up, never taught you how to be like her. Oh my goodness. She was heartless. Now I think she's so intelligent. Oh, she's not heartless. You know what I think your grandma wanted to do? Give you a fair shot. She didn't want to taint your mind with her thinking, because she wanted you to figure it out yourself or ask her opinion. That's what I feel. Or unless she was just trying to gatekeep, I don't know. But some people don't want to ruin your hope. Oh, Roots Spark, appreciate it. But some of y'all are here because y'all hope already been ruined. So it don't matter now. If your hope already been ruined, that's mostly why y'all are probably on the channel. So there you go. What are you doing, my man? Lazy, don't clean up. Hire a maid with his money, sparkle. All right. I'm not arguing about if you cleaning up or not. I'm arguing about if you can pay for the maid or not. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously he don't like to clean. You don't like to clean up after him. What's the solution? A maid. Maybe if he have to pay for a maid, he'll clean up after himself more, at least. Y'all act like maid service isn't super cheap these days. I mean, do you live in a giant mansion? Then it ain't that expensive. What? 3 orders of DoorDash maid service. All right, hire some help. Hire a cleaning service. Okay, and be serious about it. Like, Don't start an argument when you don't clean up nothing. Okay, why are y'all arguing over domestic issues? Hire somebody. Y'all will be surprised. Go call some cleaning services. They're cheap. You pay more for cable. You pay more for these subscription services sometimes. If you add them all up, than maid service. Okay. So, or if you don't want to do that, then you can go the opposite way and don't clean nothing up at all and let the mess stay and see if he gonna ever clean it up or just throw it all in the garbage. You know, whatever you want to do. I'm like, oh, if it's messy, like stop. If it's dishes, buy paper plates with his money. If it's leaving stuff on the floor, throw it in garbage bags and put it out on the curb. I thought it was trash. You threw it on the floor. Hmm. Don't you throw stuff you don't care about on the floor? I thought you was giving it away. It's that goodwill. You want it? All right then. Bet you won't do it again. Okay. What do you advise? I don't advise anything for someone that young. Finish school. Finish school, don't date nothing broke, don't get pregnant. That's the only advice I give youngsters. Finish school, don't date nothing broke, don't get pregnant. Okay. How do you meet provider men after 5 p.m. at happy hour? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That means it can't be too much after 5 p.m. You better go find a happy hour. If you mean to go home, get dressed, change, and then go back out around 8 or 9, they're sleeping at home. Or they may own some type of business that operates at night. So you can look for owners and stuff. I don't know. Most guys that have that type of money to provide aren't in the clubs. They're not out unless they're on dates. Most people that are responsible financially aren't out at night with the workers. Okay. Unless they're grabbing a quick drink before they go home, or they're working, or they have a business they own themselves that operates at night. So you're not going to find too many. And that's why I say go to happy hour, go to lunch, or take a day off and go freestyling during the daytime. Okay. Do you ever wish you experienced more men and got to date more? No, because I already did. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I went for quality. I went for quality, girl. I dated who I really liked, who also had money. I already dated before that. I was ready to quit working, settle down, retire in my early 20s. That's yes. I already did that. Now, let me tell y'all, if I were stupid and I didn't date and I didn't experience what I've experienced, yes, I probably would be bad. That's why I tell women, make sure before you say I do, you had the experiences that you wanted. Okay. Just in case you don't get to have them in the future. Okay. You said I'm a hoe. Is it better to be a hoe before marriage or after marriage, or both. Either way, it's better to have more experiences before marriage than it is to have more experience after marriage. Because either way, if you want something, you're gonna find it. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Think about that one. You said neither. Well, let me ask y'all men something. Would you rather have experienced all the women you want to experience before marriage, after marriage, or only your wife? Do you only want to experience one woman or two women in your entire existence on the planet? If the answer is no, then shut up. Don't be mad. You know why men are mad? Because we got to compare. We got stuff to compare. Girl, his thing little. He can't tell me nothing. Girl, he can't even last 2 minutes. He don't tell me because they want to assert authority that they don't have. They think, oh, let me get her in the bed and, tame her with this. You can't tame nothing if she didn't already had better than you. This is why men don't like women who've had experience with other men, because they already know. You sitting there saying, girl, my last one was better. Girl, I remember such and such. This, sure. So men get mad, or they want you to be less experienced because they feel like they have more authority, or that you'll submit to them faster or easier if you don't have a lot to compare to. This is why you got to get experience. So when they say something and they're thinking, okay, well, I did everything right in the bedroom. I tried to tell her something and she's, because she's had better. And men feel like, okay, they're gonna sleep with as many women as they can. So when they're ready to settle down with their wife and be faithful, they know how to please her and all this kind of stuff, and still can't do it right because most of them women be faking anyway. So either way, they try to use a woman being experienced or having multiple experiences. They try to make her value seem low, but that doesn't mean anything. It just means they have less authority, and she's going to submit a lot less to that man because she has other men to compare him to, other wallets, and other sexual experiences. So he doesn't shine that bright in her eyes. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. So, oh well. You said I'm promoting women to have more sexual experiences. Why not? You want them? If you don't, then say you don't. If you want them, then don't. I mean, if you want them, go get them. If you don't want them, don't have them. Let your man be the only one and see how stupid you look. Let me tell y'all, that gives you leverage in a relationship, especially y'all who don't know this. It gives you leverage, especially if who you dated was very worthy. Okay. These dusties don't even connect the dots to see they're creating their own problems. If men stop pressing every woman they date to have sex, then women won't have a body count. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, good vibrations. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See, that's the whole funny part. Dusties will pressure you to have sex, but then they won't marry you because they can't afford you, and they want it for free. But then when they date you and want to get more sex for free, they ask you, how many men have you been with, to devalue you so they can get sex even easier. So it's literally a trick. So you might as well just go have all the sex you choose, protect yourself, don't get pregnant, and just lie like they do. And then when you want to settle down and get you a man, a provider, and stuff like that, you're not going to be stupid and dumb and doing everything he says because he's the only one or one of the only ones, because you have experiences to compare it to, and you're not going to take him as seriously as some of these women who are dumb stupid over some man, moving around in the bed for 2 minutes. So don't let yourself be caught up that way. If you don't have anyone else to compare at least if you don't have at least 3 other men to compare your husband to sexually, don't even get married yet. Okay? If you have never slept with anybody who's better in bed than your husband, don't get married to him. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're smart, that's what you're gonna do because they can't really tell you anything. You know, like, you know what, my ex was 10 times better. I don't know what you're talking about. You ain't saying nothing. So you don't you get what you want. You get the experiences that you want, and then you can say yes to the man that deserves your marriage. Okay. Okay. You said that's why divorce rates are sky high? No, divorce rates are high because of money. These women get into these marriages with these men who can't afford their lifestyle in 5 years from now, and all they do is argue about money. That's not why. That's not why, because I give common sense advice. A woman would divorce you anyway if she caught you cheating. A woman would divorce you anyway if you can't afford the bills. It don't matter how many men she slept with. It don't matter how many women you slept with. That's not why y'all getting divorced. Y'all get divorced because, you can't afford her. You can't afford her to overlook your mistakes. That's why most people get divorced, because the man can't afford the woman to overlook his mistakes. Let's get it correct. Because I don't see too many super rich men out here getting divorced as often as broke men or men who don't have a lot of money. Now, you may see one get divorced every now and then, and the woman leave with half his money, but he still got billions. He's still rich. But I'm telling you, most people get divorced because of financial reasons. So, not because a woman slept with more guys before she got married and has experience to compare to her husband. That's not why. Because if that was true, then there would be no people married. How can you make your mom spend it? How can you make your man spend your what? How can you make him spend again? Before did not care my work money. Now he says he is tired of your bills. As I am working, I have to take half the girl. That's not your man, then. That's your roommate. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Especially if y'all live together. That's your roommate. Hopefully you don't live with him. If you do, live with him, just stop paying the bills. Put all the bills in his name and let him handle it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you got a problem with it, tell him it's time to separate, and he can take care of his family. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I'm not about to listen to no excuse. Either you can or you can't. Let me know so I can replace you with somebody who can. That's it. Oh, Mayday, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you, girl. How do you tell him to get a second job? Go like this. You need a second job. That's how. Or I gotta get a second band. You can add that last part on if you want to. It's optional. All right. You say, why don't your boyfriend initiate sex with you no more? He is 24 is weird. Okay, because it's available at any time or he's cheating. So if you don't think he's cheating, it's because you're available in any time. If you make yourself unavailable, act like you don't want, then he will want it more. He needs the ability to chase you. So stay busy, stay doing other things, ignore him. Or find out if he's cheating. That's it. Or if he's really gay. Either way. Find out if he's cheating If he's not cheating, check that off the list and then ignore him. If a man wants to do happy hour for first date, does that mean he is being cheap or on the first date? It means that he has somewhere else to go after, which means he probably got to go home to his wife. It also means that it is cheap and he wants to show you off to his colleagues, because most people go to happy hour to places that they frequent. Also, it means he wants to get to know you and see how you are. I would suggest, if you don't meet him there for the first time, like if you know him before you go to happy hour, then that's not really considered a date. If you meet him at a happy hour and you've never met him before in your life, that's different. So if he's making a date for you for happy hour, if it's a first date, then I would say make sure it's a place with valet parking. I would say make sure the drinks are $20 and up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And they have a menu for food or appetizers. So as long as he's spending a lot of money, I don't see an issue with it. Because like I said, a lot of successful men are not out at 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. And also, if the place has valet parking and the drinks are expensive and there's option to eat, great. But if it's at one of the little rinky-dink places, no. If you suggest a place that has a happy hour that also does valet parking and stuff like that, great. You said if women ran everything, we'd live in gutters. Yeah, men would live in gutters where they belong. And women would be living wherever they chose. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What are your thoughts on the Cheesecake Factory lady with the green dress and the awful purple lipstick? Sure. Okay. I don't know what she looks like because I haven't seen no picture, but I can tell you this. She valued herself enough not to be taken to the Cheesecake Factory. So either with her purple lipstick and her green dress on, I don't see, an issue. If that man asked her out, he already knew what she looked like. He already thought if she was worth taking out somewhere. And if she didn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory with her green dress and purple lipstick on, that's not where she wanted to go. Okay, we all have free will. We could say no thanks. But if I wanted to go shopping, I would make sure that the mall was still open, because most Cheesecake Factories are attached to the mall. But if the mall ain't open and he ain't got no shopping money, I'm not going either. No matter what, you put the value on yourself. So I don't know what she looked like, but I can tell you this. I know who she thought she looked like and who she felt like. And I know that he still asked her out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Men pull back after second date when you used to ignore this guy and he used to text me. Well, I think a lot of times, okay, you gave him attention, he pulled back, but what do you suggest? You really like him, girl, because you like him too much. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's why. All right. Thank you for the donation. You like him too much. That's why he pulled back. Men like challenges. You got to ignore them. You're the one that's got to be like unimpressed. You got to give them more challenge. You're like, you know what? Yeah, right. That was fun. Thanks for the evening. And then let them wonder why you're not impressed. You know what I'm saying? If they don't like you more, you're wasting time anyway. Think about this. You want somebody that don't even want you. You want somebody that pulled back because you want them more. Look, if they don't want you more, you're free. Okay? You free man. That means you are not wasting time. That means you are not chasing after some man that doesn't even value you. And so you're good. Okay. Guy that you're seeing is generous and he asks what you need. Says he noticed that I don't ever say things I need. How can I start asking for mentioning things I need without sounding like I'm not genuine? Make a list of stuff. Like, just start talking about all the things you've always wanted and wish to have one day or hope to have one day. And if he starts making them things happen, then you know. If he don't, then he ain't listening. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Mention vacations you'd like to go on. Mention places you'd like to visit. Mention places you'd like to shop, places you'd like to eat, such and such and such and such. If he doesn't put 1 plus 2 together to equal 3, and he wants you to straight come out and ask him to take you here, take you there, and do this. It's like, okay, but what do you want in return? Do I need to give you something in return? Because if this is a trade, then we need to discuss the trade. If not, you heard what I said, do something about it if that's what you really want to do, you know? So that's my thing. If he hears what you say and he pays attention, he makes whatever you want happen, great. If you got to literally ask him and then he feels like he can ask you for something back, then it's not him doing anything for you at all. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, a lot of men have a problem with that. If a man wants to give you something or do something for you because he likes you, you don't need to give him nothing back in return unless you want to. That's your choice. If they feel like they did this and they deserve something back from you, they didn't do it because they want something in return or they expect something in return. If they don't just hope and, hope for something in return, but not need something in return, that's totally different. And see, they give some to get some, but if you can't give, then you ain't got it. If you can't give without the need to receive, then you ain't got it. If the woman likes you enough, then you'll get what she thinks you should have. That's it. The whole reason why guys want more in return is because they don't want to put in the effort to court properly and date properly anymore. They don't know what courting and dating is because they never watched someone properly get dated and courted. They don't know what it is. They think you give some to get some. No, that's called a job. Okay. Courting means, oh, I like that woman right there. I want to make sure she sees that I am the best option for her, which means I need to be sure that she's comfortable, that she likes me, that she feels comfortable with me, that I can financially provide and support her. I need to show her all of these things. And if I can't, then she's probably not going to choose me, but find a better suitor, right? The guys these days are like, I'm going to pay for dinner and I better get some on the 3rd date or sooner. Okay, well then 3 dinners, or depending on where you taking her, you could have paid for an escort and got it on the 1st date. Or if that's all you needed and wanted, you don't really want a woman anyway. You just want to have sex. Okay? You can't afford a woman. You can only afford sex. That's it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is it a waste of time to date a guy who just got married a month ago? He's a provider man and he keeps reaching out to me and taking me on trips and help me. Okay, well, if he's already married and he's still trying to pay for you and help you, then he's obviously giving you money for a reason. I don't know, whatever. Maybe he likes you, but he still wants to continue dating you or whatever. So, I mean, that's literally up to you. That's literally up to you. For me, if I'm going to be married, I mean, if I'm going to be dating a married man, I'm not working no more. So, that's up to you, ma'am. You gonna be a kept mistress or a mistress that be clocking in? Okay. If you're still a mistress clocking in, date others. Date others as well. He's not going to be the only one. Date until you ain't got to clock in no more, ma'am. That's my advice. Date till you no longer got to clock in. Okay. And let me tell y'all something. No man can argue with me that I am wrong because they know I'm not wrong. Okay. Now let me tell y'all something, ladies. There's always gonna be pick me Chanel. There's always gonna be them desperate women in the comments on some videos. There's always gonna be a woman telling another woman to value herself less. There's always gonna be that. Those women are for those men that can't afford us. Okay? Leave them there until they figure it out. Don't get mad. There's no argument there. Either you can or you can't. That's it. Pick Misha will defend Dusty through and through. Barbara the Builder will defend Dusty through and through. That's because they're for each other. Okay? But you, as a woman with standards who values herself and knows what she wants and doesn't accept anything less, has nothing to say about it. You don't accept less. Okay? That's it. No one is going to tell you that you're wrong for not accepting something that you don't want. They're only going to say what they would accept. That's all that they're going to say. Well, that's you, and this is me. I see the difference. I know the difference. Okay, woman that y'all are talking about who didn't want no cheesecake, who did not want no Cheesecake Factory, she still has the right to have standards for herself. No matter what colors she got on. Now, maybe that was her choice of colors. I didn't see the outfit, so I don't know. But still, no matter how I'm dressed, whether I'm dressed like Barney or me or anyway, I still have my standards, period. Okay? You said he planned an expensive date. It changed to Cheesecake Factory because she was 1 hour late. It was all a skit. Okay, well, who cares? The skit got out. An hour late, don't matter. Find somewhere else or go to Cheesecake Factory and tell her, look, we go to the Cheesecake Factory, I'll take you shopping. Compromises could have been made. Look, I'm sorry you was late. We couldn't get up in there. But guess what? We at the Cheesecake Factory. The mall is open. Look, how about I take you here and I'll take you somewhere and get you a little something? She would have said yes. I bet you. Well, okay, I guess. She might want to go shopping first, though, just to be sure. That's how you solve that. You go shopping first, then you get on to the Cheesecake Factory with your shopping bags. That's why. That's how you do that. Get your money, get your shopping on. If you got to settle for the Cheesecake Factory because you was late, then make sure you getting your bags too. Okay. Why does it matter she was late? If it's a nice restaurant, you got to have reservations, probably. And they ain't finna wait. Okay. Why? It was girl, I went shopping on my first date. I'm telling you, if they like you, they're gonna take you shopping. They like you a lot. Okay. If they value you, they like you, they trying to impress you and properly court you, and you want to go shopping, they might not buy you a bunch of stuff, but they gonna take you shopping. They gonna pay. They gonna buy you something. If that depends on the target. I keep telling y'all, if y'all trying to go out with a regular man, y'all same age that don't make a lot more money than you do, he can't pay bills like that. He can't take you shopping like that. I'm telling y'all, if y'all are dating for lifestyle and money, and you choose the correct type of target, he should be able to take you shopping on the first or second date. That's the formula. Okay. If you are an attractive woman and you're not dating for love, what are you dating for? Money, gifts, status, to go to nice places, right? To see who can impress you enough for you to take seriously. That's what you're dating for. So, of course, you're going to want more. And the type of men that know this is why you're dating them have no problem with it. Y'all are acting like these men are victims. Men already know if you out their league, they already know this woman out of my league. I better take her somewhere nice and do something nice for her so I keep her on my arm. Men already know. This is not a guess. If you don't know and you're confused, then that needs to be cleared up. You said old men only. It could be less attractive men. There are some men that will allow that you can date your own age that are less attractive. There are some men that are more overweight that will date you close to your own age and will give you what you want because they know nobody else gonna date them, for free. So it all depends what your target is. You know why you're there. He know why you're there. Don't be trying to lie about why you're there. I know why. I know why I'm here because you got something to give me, and I know why you're here. So you can go out on a date with a woman that look like this. If that's what it is, then there's no confusion. No confusion there. There's no reason for anybody to be upset. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you're trying to date for money, if you're trying to date for somebody to pay them bills, if you're trying to date for any other reasons besides love, then yes, they gotta like you way more in order to spend that money. Okay? That's it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say your boyfriend cheated and you've been distant, so you could tell he regret. Okay. Okay, you didn't say no husband though, so I'm single till you're married, ma'am. Okay. You could tell he regrets it. You haven't stated your price. How much front until I ask for something? How much should you front? Okay. How much can your boyfriend afford? That's number one. How much is it going to take for you to forgive him? That's number two. Do you need a new car? Do you want to upgrade your living quarters? Do you need a new purse? Do you need money to start a business? What you need, ma'am. That's what you tell him. If he can't deliver, then there's no forgiveness. And you are free to date. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? Because that's what I'd be doing. Like, if you can't afford to buy to buy my forgiveness, then you can't afford to keep me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Even forgiveness costs. Okay. Forgiveness costs. Yeah, it's not free. Yeah, I'll be forgiving folks for free and then wonder why they do it again because it didn't cost them nothing. Y'all don't make no sense. If every time somebody messed up, they had to pay, they be like, oh shoot, or they be saving. Either way, you're still leaving with more than what you came in with if you ever decide to leave, and you don't look stupid. Like some women look so stupid because they forgive for free, they put up with men for forgive for free. That's why they are so like messed up after these relationships because they don't leave with nothing. You leaving more than what you came in with, you did good. Period. How to date other providers when dealing with a clingy provider. He's not providing all I want and I need another provider. Um, the best way to do that is to make sure you find someone that is willing to work with your situation. You know what I'm saying? So if you find someone that is also probably married and or has a significant other, then he's going to respect your time and your boundaries, but still be able to provide you something. If he wants to replace the other one, then he's going to have to replace everything the other one does, plus more because of the inconvenience. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sorry, y'all. Nothing personal. You know, I'm just answering and reading questions. Nothing personal. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for the donation. Only men raised without a father in the home think making the woman wear the man's pants in the house is normal. It's not normal in any culture other than dusty culture. Oh my goodness, good vibration. Oh, that's sad. Mm-hmm. You said you found what in your boyfriend's phone after he said he wasn't going to watch it anymore? Man, why do y'all get like this, women? Look, I don't know how old you are, but if that's the only disappointment you have in this man right now, be thankful. Do you want him to watch somebody else in real life, ma'am? The best thing I can tell you, if you don't want your man looking at anything that excites him, then you need to find out what medications that lowers his sex drive so that you can suggest that he gets on it. Okay? Because a man is a man. Why do you think they make that stuff? You're not the only woman in the world, ma'am. You're not the only woman he wants to look at. You're not that, okay? You don't look like all the other women. He want to look at different stuff. And I'm going to tell you, if he can't, then he's probably young. Is he young? Because old men ain't wasting themselves on some pictures and some videos, okay? They trying to do everything they can. So you better, he got a young one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, he too young, ma'am. You want somebody, they got to save their stuff. They got to plan their stuff, girl. You got to need to find somebody they got to plan stuff with. They ain't finna waste it on, they ain't finna waste it on no videos, ma'am. Okay? Tell y'all. So, okay, I'm gonna save this one up because I ain't finna waste this. Plus, it makes them faster in bed anyway. They only last like 2 minutes when they watch all that stuff. Just let if you got to use reverse psychology on these men. Ever since you've been watching that stuff, you only last like 2 minutes in the bed, and it don't even get like it's supposed to. I gotta tell him you got to go out and buy you an accessory because he can't do nothing no more for you. See what happens. It's like watching all that stuff is making you less in the bedroom. I'm gonna have to go out and find somebody else that don't know how to put it down when it's time, or I'm gonna have to find some, with some batteries. And you know what? Embarrassing. That's all you gotta do. If you don't have the nerve to do that, then don't say nothing. You need to say it. But that's not even a huge problem. But if it's in your mind and it's a huge problem to you, then that's how you handle it. Okay. Like, you know what? Uh-uh. Um, you said he will hide it. Girl, let him hide it. He's 34. What he's supposed to do? You can do like this. Okay, the more you waste your stuff, the more you do that, the bigger your prostate gonna become. You're gonna have prostate issues in your future. You ain't gonna be able to, you gonna need some stuff to function because you done wasted all your stuff on videos. But guess what? You have a good old time. There you go. Mm, 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 mm. And let me tell you something. A man cannot tell you how to be a woman. So when a guy says y'all are being taught wrong, no, y'all are being taught to think for yourselves and to put the value on yourselves. Y'all are being taught the opposite of patriarchy. Y'all aren't being taught that a man tells you your value. It's not being taught wrong. It's being taught to think for yourselves. Okay. If a man wants you to think that you are of a certain value, that's what he's going to try to tell you. You, if you are your own woman, if you have your own business, you put the price on each item the way you see fit. You grow your business or you do your business as you choose. No man can come in and say, your prices are too high, man, unless you allow them to. Okay? That's it. Other than that, they have nothing to say except when are your bills due and how much money do you need? That's it. Man cannot tell you that you're being taught wrong. This is a YouTube channel, right? Why is the grown man here in the middle of the daytime so concerned with what another woman is telling other women? If he is that much invested in your well-being and your value, don't you think that he would be out doing something to give to another woman to make sure she feels valuable? He ain't gonna be in here trying to tell us we're learning wrong, and he can't even afford to pay my bills. You learn it. You know who's learning wrong? They are learning wrong. They are learning that their opinion is more valuable than what it is. Somebody didn't lie to them. Okay. How do you ask a man for money if he's your man? You tell him you need some money. Give me some money. You just tell him, give me some money. And you hold out your hand and wait for the cash or the card. Okay? Okay. Mm-mm. Y'all are so silly. I'm reading some of these comments. Okay. Should you tell a man you had plastic surgeries? If he asking about your old photos. Unless he specifically asks you, have you had plastic surgery? I don't see any need to tell you. I mean, unless you want to. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said some weirdos in the chat, girl. What would a chat be without the weirdos? You feel bad asking for money? Oh my gosh. You hate asking for things? You know what? Here's my thing. If you're a woman that doesn't need anything, then you're most likely not going to ask. But if you want something or you want them to do something nice for you, you have no problem asking. If you feel bad for taking from other people, they don't have enough to offer you. Okay? That's my problem. If you feel bad taking from a man, he's not rich enough for you. Because when you have money, you don't feel bad from taking money from someone that's going to earn more money and more money and more money, and it's not even a problem. So you're dealing with the wrong type of man if you feel bad for taking money from them. Because they're supposed to want to give it to you because they have so much more coming in. Okay, so stop dealing with dusties. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The guilt comes from their poverty. Why should you feel bad as a woman for receiving, which is your very reason for existing, because you're dealing with dust? Go find some money, a man with some money, and you won't feel guilty. All right. All right. Yep, the guilt do come from their poverty. Leave them alone. Keep it moving. You can go the other direction, man. Go somewhere else. Okay. And be gone. What is this channel about? I just got here. Read the description. Nope. Y'all gotta read the description. Y'all be wasting time. You go to the channel page, read the description. That it'll tell you what the channel is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. How can you approach a man asking for help or directions or something? Um, yeah, that's the only way. If you act like you're in need of help, that's the best way. Or drop something, see if he pick it up, bump into him by accident, see if he used the opportunity to chase or whatever. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, why are there so many bots? I don't know. Maybe that's how they get paid. Botting. I don't know. Um, yeah, body bots. I haven't seen that many bots today. Maybe there's a few, but I'm not really noticing. Okay. You asked bartender if all the drinks could be free since was flirting and gave us free shots. He said that was poor taste to ask. I gaslighted him back, saying his coworkers would have done it. I think he got offended, but oh well. Okay. That was nice, but he's a bartender. He's broke. He could lose his job, girl. Here's what I would have done. Instead of asking a bartender to pay because he gave me free shots, I would say, which one of these guys in here have money so I can go flirt with them to get them to pay for this tab? Then he would have offered to pay for it, or he would have pointed you in a direction with the money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all got to know how to work these people against themselves, or let them point you in a direction where you can get some money. You pit a bartender against a patron that's sitting up there with lots of money. Which one got the black card? Okay, which one got the heavy credit card? Okay, point me in the direction. I'm gonna get this tab paid for and get you a good tip. Put him in the child mode. Put him in the mode to where he is servant, not equal. Okay, y'all be doing too much. Y'all be giving him too much credit. It was a bad taste because he there trying to earn money. You should have found the richest man at the bar, got him to pay your tab, and give him a tip. Then next time you come in, he's gonna be pointing you exactly where you need to be. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Bartender know the rich regulars. They sure do. Mm-hmm. The spammer. You know what? I always said, no, the only religion that doesn't spam, that's the one you need to look into. They ain't got to advertise and send all their minions out. That's the one that's hiding the secrets. So, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said that was in poor taste. It is just the truth. So, this is if your religion ain't more of a secret than it is people out there trying to convert, I don't care. If you trying to force it on people, it ain't valuable. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. What I'm saying. Nothing valuable is free. Okay. What do I do with the money I make online? Nothing. Keep it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you make your man buy a Prada bag for watching, girl, whatever you want him to buy you in exchange for your forgiveness? That's up to you. Okay. That's it, ma'am. What do you give to a 20 advice to a 24-year-old who is still saving herself for the one? First of all, who the one? Thanks for being a member here. But who is the one? The one with the money? You mean the one with the money? Make sure you also saving some money in your bank account. And if you saving yourself for a D1, remember he ain't saving himself for you. And that doesn't guarantee in the future that you're gonna be the only one. So make sure you save your money taking his money. And if you find the one, make sure you realize that he might not think you the one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay. As long as you leave more than what you came in with by being with the one, you win. Okay. That's what I can tell you. Get your money from D1. Get your money from the one, or otherwise he ain't the one. Okay. The only one is the man with the money who will invest for months before getting. Yep, yep. That's the ones. There could be ones. Okay. Talk about soul tie. Don't believe in them. I think they're a trick that men and dusties make up to make them feel like that you are somehow tied to them. But the truth is, you can be tied to several people if that's what you choose. Soul tied to who? Yourself. So I think it's a literal psychological trick to make people think that they're tied to someone because they can't keep them any other way. So financially tied is another whole other thing. You got some money, then I'm tied. Let's go. Tied to your money. Okay. Because as soon as the money run out, do the soul tie run out? Because some of y'all think, okay, make it make sense. You're never attached to anyone by the soul. Okay. You know what else they call the soul? The bottom of your foot. So, who are you really attached to? The idea? Okay. And remember, a marriage contract is a financial contract. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Especially if you ain't getting married in no church by no priest. Okay. Mhm. What should you do when he asks, would you like to make him a coffee? Make him a coffee. Do you want to make coffee? Say, no, I wouldn't. Would you like to make me some money? Okay. Do you think you think after taking him back for cheating, he said he won't cheat anymore? How to behave after if you took a man back for cheating, hopefully he gave you something in your hand that's tangible, that's worth money, because forgiveness ain't free. So if you didn't make him pay for his forgiveness, then why is he back? Forgiveness is only free if you give it away free. Some men have to pay for it. So make sure he's paying. Should you forgive him? No, he should pay, and then you decide if you forgive him or not. All right. When you come in and late for work, or when you're not doing what you're supposed to do it for work, and they dock your pay, they pay you. You paying them, but you gonna let a man back in for free? Girl, you have to make them pay. What you want? You need a new purse? You need some bills paid, ma'am? Which that's what you tell him. It's not free. Unless the best thing I can tell you, the only reason that women forgive men for free is because they're desperate and they can't get another one, or they feel like they can't get another one. Okay. But when men mess up, usually they smart enough to go to the jewelry store. Usually they're smart enough to plan a vacation. Usually they're smart enough on their own to pay for their own mistake so that you will forgive them. But these dumb dusties out here, they letting y'all think that it's okay to ask, should you forgive them? No, they have to pay or cheat on them back. Do what you got to do. If they ain't got no money to pay for forgiveness, well, then forgive them by sleeping with somebody else. Smirk, smirk. Okay. That's all you got to do. That's it. You said women can get sex too easy. It's shameful. It's not shameful. Who's ashamed that they can get it quick? Now, if you choose carefully who you get it from, is where you can shine. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? Not just anybody. Let me tell you a secret. If you gonna do something with somebody that's worth it. That if you ever should have to say something, you're gonna be proud instead of shamed. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I say, don't mess with nothing that's broke. Get you somebody with some money. Even if you're gonna do that. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said proud he didn't take you serious. Exactly. No, proud. No, you're proud. The woman would be proud. Not the man. Don't matter. He'd already messed up, so his opinion don't even matter. If you as a woman, I know you're not a woman, but I'm talking to the ladies. I don't even know why you up in here. But women, if you cheat with somebody way better than him, than your man, then you should be proud. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, there you go. Or if you cheat with somebody that's better looking, or if you cheat with somebody with more money, it doesn't matter. If he can't pay for his forgiveness, then do what you gotta do. You said proud that she gave it out for free. Well, wasn't he out there giving his stuff out for free, or was he paying a woman, taking her out on dates and losing money? Because if a woman is cheating out there with a man, he most likely took her on a date. He most likely gave her something or whatever. Because men don't get it for free. He did something to get it. I'm sure he spent more than whoever was cheating on the guy who was cheating. She's still gonna win anyway. The woman always wins. You know why? Because a man has to pay for a date, pay to convince the woman that she should sleep with him. All a woman got to do is go out there, say, okay, well, take me on a few dates, and maybe I will, maybe I won't. She ain't losing. Okay. All right. You said Black women especially have been mind programmed to accept less if the man we're dating standards is what? Low? Exactly. Stop doing that, ladies. Exactly. Why can't your standards be just as high as the next chick's? I don't care. Now, first it has to come to standards. Then will come everything else. But the standards got to be first. Okay? If you don't have the standards first, nothing else can follow. Well, at least get that together. Why do you think women enable men to be dusty so they can keep them like pets? Sprinkle, sprinkle. human pets. Insecure women that like human pets, ma'am. That's the answer. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. So, desperate women that just want a pet or want a man to claim that they got a man. Oh, Odo, sprinkle, sprinkle, appreciate you. So, what I see is women who don't value themselves and will allow a man to be less than just to claim that they have a man because everybody else got a man. You don't feel complete without a man, so you just take whatever. That's what it is. I would rather say that I don't have a man and I'm single and I don't want no trash or no dust. So therefore, unless you are able to meet my standards, I don't need you. I don't need a problem. I need I need extra and I need a solution. I need my life to be improved if I'm gonna deal with you. So if you can't do that, keep it moving. I don't need to claim you if I can date men today, if I could date men tomorrow, if I could date men, next week. I don't need to have a permanent problem if I can date whoever I want when I want. You see, just because you are single don't mean you lonely. Just because you are not attached or married does not mean you're not out with men paying your tab or your bills. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means I'm not attaching myself to a dusty problem. That's all it means. And that's how you should literally date. You shouldn't just settle because you can't do no better. Because how would you know if you already settled? You can't stop telling your man everything you moved, so even making new sprinkle friends is hard. Women are brainwashed. How do I stop telling him everything he provides, but I still tell him too much? Okay, then lie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start telling him lies. That way, if you tell him everything, at least it ain't true. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If you got to talk, then talk, but don't make it make no sense. Okay. If you can't stop telling him stuff, then start making up stuff to tell him, ma'am. Okay. I'm advising women to lie and be hoes, exactly. Just like men are advised to lie and be hoes too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go out and sow your royal oats. Oh, she doesn't need to know everything. Ah, y'all getting mad because of what? Because we do what y'all be doing? Oh well. So sorry. Not sorry. If you want a good, wholesome, honest woman, go find them. They're out there. And I'm going to tell you where they're at. They've never probably dealt with men before. They probably don't have any reason to distrust you. And so as soon as you literally introduce yourself and start disappointing them, then they're not going to be that way anymore. So the best thing you can do to find a good, wholesome, honest woman is to stay away from women. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Stay away from them so they can stay that way. Because these guys out here looking for a good, decent, wholesome woman to do what to? What y'all trying to do to them? Y'all trying to marry them, put a ring on them, support them, take them out of the workforce, give them a nice house and a car to drive, give them a family, take them on a vacation. What y'all trying to do for them? Then stop looking for them if you can't do nothing for them. Okay. Focus on yourself and improving yourself. Y'all are just being dishonest. Okay, because we don't care. We're dishonest because we can be. There's nothing to be honest for. Listen what I'm saying. Are you worth being honest for? Look at yourself, sir. Go look in the mirror. Are you worth being honest for? Ask yourself. No, you ain't. All right, bye. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, you can't make a woman feel guilty if you yourself can't do what she needs you to do in return. You better be glad you got some money and some type of paycheck to offer, because you couldn't, if you didn't have money and a paycheck to offer a woman, you could never live up to her standards that did not even require money. And I've said this in so many of my videos. Y'all better be glad money exists, men, because otherwise there would be nothing that you could do. So here's what I'm saying. If a woman did not need your money, but she expected you to be on time, be perfect, be faithful, not watch porn, pay attention to her, give her affection and attention, what else? Be a gentleman. Make sure you remember all holidays. Make sure you take her out to nice restaurants. Pay all the bills. Can you do that? Not ignore her emotionally. Be available for her 24/7 so that she can talk to you. Answer the phone every time she calls. Text whenever she texts you back right away. Are you able to do all of that, man? Then shut up and be glad that there's money to throw at us and give us what we really want. Because if you can't do that, then you can't give us what we really want. So give us some money. Okay. Y'all can't do what is required. Okay. Y'all can't meet the standards if y'all ain't got no money. That means if someone says, okay, describe the perfect man besides money, you couldn't live up to it. That's why you need money. So get the money. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. just know who you are and just bring us some money. You get it? Know who you are. Know who you are and just go get us some money. That's all you need to do. You say even when you wear lingerie, he don't initiate. Girl, let me tell you something. If you're trying to get sex out of a man, go get it from another man. Okay? You want some sex and he ain't doing it, go somewhere else, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm trying to tell you. Why are you trying to throw yourself at this man for free? Stop trying to throw yourself at a man who already got you. He already got you. Somebody said he gay. Girl, dress up like a man, see what happens. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? Get your Earl outfit on. Go get you a fake beard. Get you the hat. Deepen your voice and see what happens. Throw that lingerie in a drawer and put on some of his clothes. Uh-oh. Today is your day. Happy Divine Feminine Day. You are appreciated and needed. Uh-oh. Thank you, girl, for our sprinkle, sprinkle. Somebody said he cheating or he gay, girl. Go transform. See what he do. And then you'll know for sure. Okay. Get your okay. Shira, what to do if your man is complaining constantly about you not working? I can't hear that. Then he ain't my man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. He done broke up for us. Okay. It's supposed to be the other way around, Bam. You supposed to be complaining if he ain't working. Okay. He done got you in a man role. Why you ain't working? Why you ain't out there getting a job? Why you ain't out this? It don't even sound right coming from a man voice. Do it. Why you ain't get a job? Why you ain't look for a job today? You got a job? You fill out some application? You go on that interview? That don't even sound right coming out of a man's mouth unless he talking to his son, his grown child. No. Don't even sound right coming out of a man's mouth. Think about that. Mm-mm. Okay. Shira, an ugly married man gave you 1K for your number. Oh, wow. He knows my provider, but wants to be your sugar daddy. He offered you 1K per date. Should you accept since we both have someone to lose? How to protect myself? Girl. Okay, let me tell you how to navigate this. Say no. I'm not accepting anything from you. If you want to give me whatever you want to give me, that's fine, but I'm not going on a date with you. So take the money, refuse the date. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That way, if you go back and tell your man will say, you know what? I'm glad you refused the date, but good thinking, taking that money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get your money. Refuse the date, take the money. And make sure you record it. Get your phone out and be like, you know what? I'm not going to go on a date with you, but if you want to give me some money, I'm not going to say no. But I'm not going on a date with you. Record it. And when your man, or if he tells your man, just play it before he can even say, you know what, your friend, he liked me. He tried to pay me to go out with him. I said, I ain't gonna go on a date with you, but guess what? I'll take your money. You know, I ain't finna pass up no money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know me. But I just thought I'd let you know, your friend. That's it. What you do with the money? Saved it. You know, I stats. All right. What you all right, so that's what I do. How do you keep the chase when you're happy and get what you want? If you're getting what you want and you're happy, then why he need to chase you? If you want him to chase, then just ignore him. Okay. Ignore him, talk to him every once in a while. All right. What you got to do when your man mad on you? Mad on you? Nothing. Ignore him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to find out how much money a guy has? Google their profession and see how much money they earn per year, the average amount of money that their profession earns per year. If they have more than one business, if they're an entrepreneur, it's probably harder to find out. But if they just have a regular old career, it's easier to see just about what they could make. It's usually more, but to give you a starting figure. Hmm. You say if a man is a provider, but he too controlling, and he want you to spend money on things he don't want. Okay, well, okay, then take the money and spend it on what you want. You know. So if he doesn't want to spend money on things to make you happy, then always be sad. Even if you're acting, just act like you're sad. It's like, you know what? Like, why are you so sad? I pay for everything. Because you don't pay for what I want. So why am I supposed to be happy if you're not giving me money for stuff to make me happy? You obviously don't want me to be happy. So therefore, I'm not going to act happy, not in front of you, not in front of your friends, not in front of your family, not in front of your mama, not in front of whoever. I'm gonna act sad and nonchalant because that's how you're treating. So don't paint the pretty picture. Don't act for the people. Tell them exactly how you feel. So he's so embarrassed that in the future, he's going to do what you need him to do. Okay? That's how. Just get your acting skills together and be like, yeah, get in your bed, get your phone, get your computer, get your coloring books or whatever. That's what I'll be doing. Like when I want something, I'll act super sad, even though I'm really not. Then they'll be trying to offer you something that makes you happy. Okay, so you got to get your acting skills together. Walk around in like your robe all day, look sad, go to your room, close the door, play some music. What's wrong with you? Give them the extreme. Okay. See, a provider don't keep track of your spending. Yes, they don't. Your husband, me, when he angry, he gets so bad so fast and he makes a scene in public. Almost every time we go out together, he's cursing and yelling at me, kicking me. We have a baby. Girl, if he doing all that, where's the police? Make sure you get it on film next time or something. If a man gets that man, he don't need to be married, ma'am. Mm-hmm. And why are you taking that anyway? I'd be cussing him right back out and kicking him in the balls. What are you doing, ma'am? You ain't got a foot? You ain't got a mouth? He be screaming more than he'd be more embarrassed than you would. Okay. You must not be black. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because I sure would. Get you some pointed toe shoes too, ma'am. Y'all need to kick. Start kicking. Bet he'll shit up then. Won't be trying to embarrass you no more. What you doing? Girl, that's what they're there for. When he start acting a fool, remind him why his stuff on the outside and yours on the inside. Okay? You act stupid, you finna find out. Boop. I would definitely have kicked him because who's gonna say that you're wrong? Okay. At least throw a shoe at it. If you can't kick him, throw something at it. All right. I ain't playing. You kick me, I'm kicking you right back even harder. You cussing me out, you gonna be more embarrassed than you ever thought you would in your life. Because I will. Okay. Don't start none, won't be none. That's what you have. That's what you have to give. You know what I'm saying? If you can't give that, he's going to continue to do that to you in public. If you can't guarantee that if he act a fool out in public, he's not going to be embarrassed worse, you're going to continue to get embarrassed. So if you're not planning on leaving him, if the police don't come, if you don't have no common sense and he's stupid and he ain't got nothing to lose, then you need to embarrass him in public even more. Start making up stuff if even you got to, okay? You little da-da-da-da mother da-da-da-da. That's why you can only last 1 minute in the bed. This baby ain't even yours. Just start lying. Just lie, lie, lie. Make him embarrassed. Make him be the one that don't want to show his face in the public no more. Okay? You said fall back on his car with your heels? Do something, girl. Google Earth is watching. You an actress. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, can you be happy single? Have you ever been happy in your life? If the answer is yes, were you married at the time? If the answer is no, then there's your answer. Yes, you can be happy single. Single don't mean you ain't dating though. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said some men will send a hit out on you. If they can afford to send a hit out on you, then they can afford to pay some bills and stop acting a fool, unless they got a little PP syndrome. Okay. If they need that much control over somebody, go tell them to hire some people. Okay, because you ain't the one. Yeah, somebody said lock them up in jail. Exactly. Let's see how they feel about being controlled by somebody else bigger than them. Okay. Y'all are silly. Yeah. So somebody said just leave them. Some people don't see the option to leave. Now, let me tell y'all what y'all could do. Record him. Send it to whoever you need to send it to. Then you make your threats. I will send this to your boss, to the company you work for, to the news channel, if you don't do A, B, C, and D, and to your mama. What we doing? Okay? As soon as you start acting a fool, pull out your phone. Record. Stick it out here if you got to, like a body cam. Like, y'all see this? Y'all see this? Start saying his full name. Such and such and such and such. Stop. Why are you doing this? Oh my gosh. That is not good for me or the baby. Like, speak really clear. I am scared for my life. Be Karen, y'all. You gotta be a Karen. Then go edit it, zoom in on the face and everything. Like, I'm gonna send this to all your job, your mama. See if you do it again. Okay, that's all you gotta do. I would never. That man gonna regret the day he thought he tried. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It ain't scary when they get mad. It's funny because they don't know how crazy you are. That's the type of woman you gotta be. For them, you have to be that crazy to where they're afraid to even mess with you. Okay, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a way where they already know not to play with you because you could make stuff happen. Okay, and you ain't afraid to make stuff happen. Some women are so scared that they don't know their power. Your power is your ability to not make sense, to be crazy. Okay, and that's what you can do. We're like, okay, so what are we gonna do? I'm gonna need some money. You better not ever touch me again, and you better not scream at me again, or you'll just going to the police and your job. Period. Okay. And in some states, they see that he gone. They come get him, girl, whether you want them to or not. You said, how is this funny? It's funny because it's true. Like, if in real life, there are women that have to deal with stupid stuff like this and stupid men like this with little PP syndrome, okay? Or insecurity syndrome, or whatever they got that's making them want to control a woman and demean her in public. Whatever psychological issues they got, it's real. So guess what? It's funny if you are clever and know how to deal with it in a way that you ain't got to deal with it ever again. You said, yeah. You said small exactly. That's what people think whenever they see a fool acting a fool in public, like being abusive towards a woman. He got little PP syndrome, or he can't do enough for her. That's all that they think. Something's wrong with him, not the woman. Okay. That's all y'all look like. Y'all can't control nothing. And y'all sit over here trying to control something, but still can't do that right. Hmm. So, sprinkle, sprinkle. All the insecurities, some chubby blue devil-faced arms. Okay, they spelled out the emoji. Sometimes when y'all comment, it literally spells out the emoji on this, on my end of it. Hmm. You said you had a miscarriage. The man said he's gonna pay for your insurance and your all that kind of stuff, and he's still sending money for meds. What now? Girl, get you a pillow and take it all the way to 9 months. Sprinkle, sprinkle, or at least 7, or just take it until you don't need him no more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Be like this. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Provider man that tells you what to wear. Wear it, take it off, and change when you get somewhere else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or get the ugliest version of what he telling you to wear and represent him that way. Like, guess you know what? I'm gonna wear what you. Let me go to the moo section. Go get you the ugliest thing and put that on when you out with him, so he can't flex. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Then wear what you want up under it. Okay. Go get you the ugliest thing that make him look stupid. Go get you like a zebra striped moo with some contrasting shoes. Okay. And then go, let's go. I'm ready. I'm covered from head to toe. I'm not showing anything. Let's go. Oh, smiley, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate the donation. Thanks. Thank you so much. You are appreciated. Thank you. Lying to man opens up your creativity. Yeah, silly. I gotta go in a few minutes, so. But that's funny. Mm-hmm. You always what? Spill us the secret to your youth. Water. Water, man. Drink it. Don't work. Find a provider. Yeah. He got you. Okay, I already read that one. Girl, keep getting money until he figured out. You're 32 and just received a promotion. Oh, okay. You make some money now, girl. Yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle. You deserve it. Thank yourself. You put in that work. Should you quit for a provider man? Unless he can provide you way more, why would you quit? Okay. The only way I would quit is if I could start my own business. I'm not getting rid of, if you're making that much money, get the money and then open your own business. Whatever you were doing for them, you can do for yourself. That's my opinion. Then you quit, but you still work for you. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate the donation you provided. Thank you very much. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How many times should you say no to sex when he wants to keep the power? 110, 510. Unless he's offering you something that you want to say yes for, then say no. Oh, and I used to sprinkle, sprinkle. So, for example, ask for something, okay? Because if he asking you, why can't you ask him for something? He asking you for some sex, ask him for something. It doesn't have to be money. It could be a favor. It could be this, and until it gets done, he ain't getting none. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. Book a trip, give me a back massage, clean up the house for a week, whatever you need. If he can ask you, you can ask him. So tell him no, the house is dirty. I don't feel like it. That means if he wants some, he got to go clean the house. Okay. Oh no, I don't feel like it. I'm kind of hungry right now and I'm craving such and such and such and such. If it ain't in the kitchen, he got to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You don't give it up for free either. They got to do something. And the reason why I say that, that's how you keep your power. You said a real man will just find a better woman, and a real woman will find another man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And still get her bills paid by the one she married to. Think about that. Or she'll have somebody else doing what he ain't. Either way, she's gonna find a way to get what she wants to. It doesn't work just in one way. Okay, you might be out there with another man paying, another woman paying, lying to her too, but she can go get another man to do what she need him to do and get his money and get your money. So what now? That's silly. Y'all don't be thinking. That's why women are smarter than men. What are y'all doing? Gee, my woman won't give me none. Let me go out with Pick Misha and possibly get her pregnant where I have to add child support now to my list of problems. And you got probably kids with her you got to take care of. This is why y'all be messing up. Why don't you just do what she needs you to do so you can get some? Oh, Shannon Sprinkle Sprinkle, appreciate that. Okay, this is why y'all in the position some of y'all are in, because y'all be not thinking. Mm-hmm. I got to go, but y'all get it. Men don't y'all shouldn't complain if y'all can't afford. Okay. Don't get mad if just because you can't afford the type of woman you're trying to date. If you can't afford her, go elsewhere where you can. Nobody's going to blame you for it. Nobody's going to see you as anything less because obviously you can't afford it. And until you can, stay over there. That's it. You said, am I worried about what? Girl, don't nobody worry about that kind of stuff. I am here. I don't watch TV, ma'am. I'm worried about, you know what I'm worried about? These women out here taking these dusties in and treating them like human pets. Okay? Don't do that no more, ladies. Make a man be a man. Get himself together before he even approaches you or thinks that he can approach you. Okay? Stop accepting trash unless that's what you are. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said, what do you offer him? Nothing. I'm the woman. He approached, like a man will approach a woman. So why should she have to offer him something? Okay. When a bum approaches you asking for money or whatever, if a bum is approaching you and asking for money, what does he have to offer you? When a homeless man out there on the street approaching your car, you looking for something for him to offer? Is he looking for you to offer something? Some money? Yes. Okay. Why do y'all approach a woman looking for something for her to offer? That makes no sense. Let me say something. Gee, here's a woman. Let me find what she has to offer me. You sought her out. What you looking for? She has nothing to offer. She wasn't even looking in your direction to offer you anything. What are you trying to offer her? What are you bringing her? What are you going to court her with? What are you offering her to deem you worthy? If nothing, then stop asking and turn around and go ask Pygmisha and Barbara the Builder what they have to offer you. Okay? Not over here. Yeah, women are useless to men who need them. Keyword need, not want. If you need me, I am useless. I'm sitting here just like this. Because you're not supposed to need me. You're supposed to want me more than I want you. If not, keep it moving. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Women should not bring no value if you're a valuable man. Exactly right. The only time a woman brings value to a man is when she's seen out in public with him. And it lets the world know he got some money because he ain't over there with Pygmisha and Barbara the Builder and them on his arm. Okay. And also, that's it. A woman brings value to herself, not to no man. Okay? A man brings value to a woman. If you don't know, then you might not be a man. Sorry for you. All right? Pygmisha and Barbara the Builder would bring value to you. Go find them. Because I'm not bringing you nothing. And a woman like me ain't bringing you nothing. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's why y'all still over here and y'all ain't over there. Because men always want what they can't have. They always want to flex like they can afford something that they cannot. So you better go find something you can afford. Because I offer no value to you whatsoever. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, gotta go. Bye.